and fellow graduates. Over the past months and even years, we seniors have been hearing unmaterialized and somewhat cliche phrases like graduation will be our next chapter, our Act 2, the next phase of our lives. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that's all well and good, but I see today as much more than that. I think of today as the moment that life hands us a blank page and a pen to write the stories of the rest of our lives. I see it as a reward for what we have accomplished over the past 18 years. 18 years. Hundreds of months, thousands of days, hundreds of thousands of hours. All for not just this moment, but for what comes next. For so long, we have been sheltered by the walls of a familiar school building, by the tenderness of our age, by the comfort and solidarity of childhood friendships. But today, after we walk out of this building as legit high school graduates, our journey into adulthood will officially begin. And all of these comforts and familiar sights that we have grown accustomed to will gently fade into an oblivion of brand new, dynamic opportunities for us to not only grow and develop, but to thrive and conquer our futures. Today, this graduation is not the finality of all those years, months, weeks, and hours spent in school. Yet, it's a brief moment of recognition that we made it through some of the most defining times in our lives. It's a solemn pause between chapters that signifies the coming of the next. It's the bittersweet opportunity to add yet another memory to the catalog of mental images we have with so many people around us. It's the time to begin writing our next page. I, along with many other seniors here at Buckhorn, have been counting down the weeks, days, hours, and probably even minutes until this moment. It seems as though we've spent most of our time wishing time away, when in reality, we should be holding on to every single second. Although many of us can hardly wait for college or our other future plans to begin, we also fear high school ending. It won't be the boring electives, the long 7-hour class days, or walking past the giant buck sculpture on our way to school that we will miss, but simply the familiarity of the blue and gold halls that we have walked around for 720 days of our lives. That's over 10% of the time that we've even been on this earth. And what many of us fail to realize is that we have seen most of the same faces, talked to most of the same people, and driven most of the same routes to school for 13 years. Through all the good times and the bad, through the trials and tribulations, we have remained cohesive as a class, as a school, and as a student body. We've witnessed the dreaded stage of razor flip phones, the era of rolling down the sidewalk in our brand new Heeley tennis shoes, and the rampant phenomenon of silly bands. We've gone from carrying around bulky CD players and freaking out when our parents bought us our very own telephone for our bedrooms, to having the best of both worlds in our pockets right now. Our generation has witnessed so much advancement and change in such a small amount of time. And while we've watched the world develop, we too have developed our plans for the future. Beginning college, starting a new job, going into the military, and any other plans we have after this ceremony will bring substantial change to our lives. And no one graduating this week or even this year is better prepared for that change than a graduate of Buckhorn High School. And although the goodbyes will be hard, they are inevitable, just like everything else in life. Our favorite books have a last page, our favorite movies have a last scene, and our favorite songs have a last verse. Today, as we sit here in this auditorium, we write the conclusion to our high school stories. And although this goodbye, this ending, may be hard, we must remember that it is simply the ending of a chapter in our lives, and not the whole book. There is still so much more to be written in the stories of our lives, and I truly believe that our favorite scenes are yet to come. Dr. Seuss told us all as children, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. You are the guy who'll decide where to go. And although we may not have taken this statement very seriously as kindergartners, I'd like to leave you all with it today. We, Buckhorn's class of 2015, have accomplished so much already in the short time that we've been on this earth. And I know that we are capable of so much more. Every single one of us has begun to discover our talents and purposes that we will carry with us throughout our futures. And I believe that with dedication and vigorous determination, we can and we will write some of the greatest stories ever told. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2015.